now we're going to talk about Dallas Trinity. So the ladies went to, were they at home? Right? No,
No, this was on the road in North Carolina at the now top of the table Carolina Ascent, and they got blanked. 0-3 was the final.
Yeah, yes. Did y'all watch this game at all?
I didn't watch the whole game. I watched some of the highlights. I watched the majority of the first half. I just haven't had a chance to catch up on everything yet. It's been a busy couple of days.
Yeah, sure. What's it like being a working man? Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But having jobs and things, it's weird.
No.
But yeah, it was a good game. I watched the extended highlight package. So it was like 15 minutes worth of the game. Yeah, I think we were quite literally shooting blanks after putting 9 past Brooklyn, and we're the reason Carolina's now on top, having Brooklyn losing their last 2 games against us. The ladies did not, maybe again it's a hangover from putting that many goals past Brooklyn. A lot of travel, maybe it's just catching up to us. They looked okay. Maybe in every sport you have an off night, and this was just their off night.
Yeah, definitely felt like an off night to me. Everything was a little sloppy. Our defending was sloppy. Like the goals weren't spectacular that were scored on us. They didn't feel that forced either. The attacking creation was there. It's just the finishing was bad. I don't know. It just that's the word that kept coming to mind for me. Just sloppy game. That's all. Sucks to lose 3-0 after having a couple of big wins, but at least it happened against a good team.
Yeah, I wrote down missed opportunities. Was
absolutely 3-0 feels harsh.
Yeah, I think they were better than 3-0. I think maybe it might have been a 3-1 or even a 3-2 game or even a 2-1 game. But Carolina capitalized on their opportunities. They had that late penalty that was scored really well. Madison White made a great diving almost save, but just couldn't catch up to it. It was just a great shot. And just miss opportunities from the Trinity side. They just were not able to close and not able to finish when they had opportunities to do so. Lexi Misimo hit a decent header in first, I think it was like first 15 minutes or so.
But we had 2 or 3 shots right in the first 15, 20.
Yeah, and they were decent shots. They just were not as good as they could have been given. Yeah, and that, like I said, the Lexi's header was a good one, but it was just off by, probably half an inch off her head, goes the other way, right? So again, missed opportunities, a little bit inconsistent up and down, but they do find themselves in 4th place, separated from the first place team by Carolina by 4 points, right? So when you have this 8-team league, things move up and down fast. 3 points bring you up and down the table very quickly. Carolina also has 2 games in hand over us for those 4 points. So there's still a lot of opportunity left. There are, I believe, 9 games left in the schedule. 2 of those are coming up this week. But Marcus, what did you see out of this game?
No, solid game. I'm looking forward to this league expanding. I think they're supposed to get 2 teams next year, so that'll be better for the league in general and for travel. I know, young league starting off 8 teams. There's going to be a lot of repetitive travel. You're playing each team, I think, 4 times or so, or you're playing each other 4 games, right? So home and away, home and away. They looked middling in this game, and they're 4th in the League of 8, so they're middling. So it's one of them things where on a hot night they can put 6 past you. On another night they can get 3 past them. And wait, quick question: how do we do playoffs here? How do we crown a champion? I never actually looked this up.
Top 4 go into a playoff.
Top 4 play each other, semifinals, final. Copy. Okay, well, where we need to be, we're 19 games, 30 points. We're 3 ahead of Tampa Bay, who's played 20 games, 27 points. So, I mean, this is yours. If the goal at the end of the year, which in American sports it is to make the playoffs and give yourself a chance, they're right there. Looking at this game, Carolina had 13 shots, 4 on target. We had 15 shots, 4 on target. They put their 4 on target shots. 75% efficiency. What else can you really take? Possession was pretty even, 54-46. Passing accuracy, 69% for Trinity. That's obviously the manager will have to emphasize that this week in training. But you know, it was a good game. Like I said, I watched the extended highlights. There were missed opportunities, and you know, we also want to thank our sponsor, which is also their sponsor, for hosting the watch party this week. I heard the turnout was pretty good.
Community,
they did a good job, and you know, I support local soccer. That includes the women's team. So I want to. There you go. Merch coming soon. I want to support. I want to, you know, encourage everyone, if you can make it down or up, or depending on where you are in the Metroplex, to the Cotton Bowl, which we can all admit is an absolute grand venue for any sport, but especially the game of soccer. Bring you back flashbacks to the burn days. But the ladies lost this week 3-0, and next week, or wait,
Wednesday
this week.
Okay, 2 days. Again, they keep playing midweek games, so I can't really make these, unfortunately, because of my schedule.
Hey, I'll be there. Let's go.
Yeah. So Trinity is at home this Wednesday, April 2nd. They're playing DC Power, who are at the bottom of the table. It is Pups on the pitch. You can get a ticket for your dog. Dogs will be allowed into the stadium, and I think they're going to be doing some, hopefully, post-game. I don't know if they're going to do pre-game.
They're handing out dog collars, which is pretty cool. And I've got the tailgate details here in a second.
I don't really need to know what goes on in your bedroom, Hubert. I can see it from here, but I don't need to know about that.
That's still a bedroom. That never gets used for that. That's fine. Yeah, DC Power FC is not being very powerful this year. Pun. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm looking at this. Them having 18 games, 15 points. They have not had a win in 5. So
look, the whole league suffered from a lot of ties in the first half, and I think that's where those point totals are coming from. We had a really big problem with goal scoring, or the league did at the beginning of the season. Dallas Trinity was scoring quite a few here and there, but this league was dying from ties, and it was horrible. Now that we're getting some big wins, it's kind of nice and refreshing. I really don't think Dallas Trinity is going to change anything going into the next game. I think they'll keep their same formation and lineup. I still think we have one of the best attacks in the entire league, and I think they just need to polish some things. And they're like, hey, it wasn't a game last Saturday. Wednesday, come back around and start scoring again.
Yeah,
I have heard the term "doomsday offense" be thrown around.
Doomsday offense. Yep.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sure. The ladies are playing great, and looking back at the scores, you're correct. Last season, a lot of 1-1, 0-0 ties. So, again, it's a young league. We didn't know where the players were going to come from. There is a competing Division 1, so I think we all know that things get a little complicated. But no, it's I want everyone to come out if you can during a work week on a Wednesday. Go support the ladies at the Cotton Bowl.
And yeah, some tailgate details here if we're going to do that, though. There will be a tailgate sponsored by Community beforehand in Lot 12A starting at 6 p.m. Be there, come grab some free beer and sometimes free food and just come hang out. We'll be.
Is that the same lot where we were the past few tailgates?
Right in front of the Coliseum.
Excellent. Okay.
It's so right by where everyone parks. You won't miss us. You'll see us on the way in. We'll be out there having fun, enjoying ourselves. Come to the stadium. Come play.
Stumble over us on your way in.
Yeah. Do what you got to do. But, just come hang out. We're trying to grow the supporters culture there. And there's a lot of people there that really want to make it happen. But the more bodies, the better, so that we can sing and sing loud.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's a great experience. Even if you can't make it, if you can't make it to the tailgate, absolutely do it. But even if you can't, the in-stadium atmosphere is really fun. It's a really grassroots experience. If you've never been there, you could feel something is being built from the ground up. And if you want to be part of supporters group, I know there's no real defined roles as to who's what and everything else, but Guardians are out there, and there's some other supporters folks that are out there in the section making their noise, bringing their instruments. A lot of activity going on out there. So hopefully something cohesive comes out of the next few games, or at least by the end of this season. But really, just the atmosphere is great. There's just people making noise, getting loud, getting involved.
Cubs see the best mascot in Dallas.
I was going to say, Boots is the best mascot in professional sports. I don't care what anybody has to say, okay?
Also, I don't think we've mentioned that the game starts at 7 p.m.
That's right. Game starts at 7 p.m. Tailgate starts at 6. And Trinity plays a second game this weekend, too. They got a makeup game at Lexington on Sunday. Sure nothing's been posted yet, but I'm sure Community will have something going on as well. But Saturday night, you can find the Guardians at Community in downtown Dallas and at Derbyshire up in Frisco for our road game for FC Dallas. That is the Atlanta game. And then on Sunday, I'm sure something will be going on at Community for the Trinity. And I'm sure we'll have some folks over there as well.